But this is all there is to this game, guys. It's simply race to the randomly spawning coin, try to get it before the cop touches you, it's game over just like that. And then you have a score. Alright guys, just a quick video here on an indie game that came out yesterday that I purchased. It's a $1.99 game, 40% discount its first week. It looks like it just came out of early access because you can look here and see that it came out back in June if you look at the updates. Yeah, so early access, looks like we're almost live. We are live, yeah, June 25th. It launched in June, and now it's coming out of early access. There is no more early access. Anyway, it's a $1.99 game, 40% off discount today. And it's a thrilling, action-packed racing game where players evade the police or compete with friends in a high-speed chase. However, it is not online. It's only a local multiplayer. If you look right here, yeah, split-screen PvP or co-op, and includes a level editor. It's by Adam Schmidt. It's his first title on Steam. And guys, one of the big reasons I wanted to go ahead and make this video is because right here we have a EULA created by the indie developer that you have to agree to before you can play the game. Now, a lot of this is pretty much standard stuff. Gives you permission to use this software. I love how it tells you that it means that you can only use the software if you put it on equipment that you own. It's pretty funny there. Yeah, for example, you're permitted to load this software on a PC under your control. So evidently you can't use the software on a PC that you don't own or that you don't control. So guys, yeah, don't be putting the software on like Best Buy's, computer and playing it there, or you'd be breaking the EULA. Just silly shit. And then it also says you are not permitted to use the software for any purpose that Adam Schmidt himself considers a breach of the EULA contract. So basically, he could come up with anything. He could come up with, hey, you're breaking this EULA because I don't like the fact you make a video on my game and you didn't, give it 2 thumbs up. That would be something that if he decided to, he could consider that a breach of this contract, and he could say, I broke the EULA. And then at that point, he could terminate my ability to use the software, even though I paid for it on the Steam website. He could basically terminate this per his EULA and say I can't play his game anymore. He could revoke that right and not refund me. It's totally ridiculous. Why these indie developers who are nobodies want to make up these big complex EULAs to basically give them full power over their game and their power to do anything blows my mind. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and show you why Coin Chase, even though it's only a $2 game, lacks enough depth and fun to even be worth the asking price. We'll be back to show you that right after this. Alright guys, when we launch the software again, we have to agree to the EULA. We have to accept this, and that he can terminate our rights to use this before we can play it. Love it. And this is what we get when we launch the software. So we can't use WASD to move through the options. We can only use the arrow keys. If we go to settings here, we have no way to turn down the music, which is way too loud. Way, way, way too loud. Let's turn on random obstacles. Rather than creating our own level, let's just turn random obstacles on by hitting the enter key. And then we'll hit back, and we'll go ahead and go to one player here. Okay. Before we actually restart, let me go ahead and turn down the volume on OBS, turn it down on my headset since it's loud as hell and there is no in-game volume settings that we can control. And what the hell's going on here? Well, if we keep hitting enter to restart, we'll see that we start over here on the right-hand side. We're the little red block there, and we're racing against this AI cop that's flashing red and blue. And all we're doing, guys, is moving around trying to collect this randomly spawning coin before he gets it. Now, we have no way to cut him off or any way to kill him at all. We're just simply trying to race for that coin. If he gets a coin, we lose a point. If we run into an obstacle, it doesn't kill us, but if we do run into the outside border, that does kill us. Also, if we get touched by him, we die, and the game's over. So, I mean, it's way too simple of an idea, to be honest. So he's after us right now, rather than going after the coin. It's really hard to stop your speed when you're trying to turn on an exact XY coordinate, because you move so fast. You do move a lot faster than he does, so that's good. It can just be difficult to... But that's all there is. There's no power-ups in this game. There's no ability to kill him. There's nothing else to collect except this single randomly spawning coin. And he's after us now. But, I mean, I think that we should be able to cut him off with our trail or leave a poison cloud of gas or something like that. You know, at least pick up a power-up or some way to thwart him and kill him and have him respawn 10 seconds later or something. But this developer didn't think of anything like that. Just way too simplistic and way too lacking of depth to be any fun at all. I mean, who's going to play this game for more than 10 to 15 minutes maximum? Who's not going to be bored out of their mind after 10 minutes of this? Like, there's just not enough here. The developer definitely needs to think more substance and depth to keep people playing the game for more than 10 minutes. And I was going so fast I ran into the outside wall, and that's why I died. So, that is Coin Chase, guys. And I mean, we can go in here and we can go into, I think it's settings? Yeah, we can go into the level editor. And we can come in here and... yeah, we can slowly move around here, and I guess we have to hit enter. How do we... okay. So we can put a wall up by hitting space. So that's just really no different than the random obstacles. So you can't move through this. It doesn't kill you if you hit this obstacle. It's just a barrier that you can't move through. But this really doesn't do anything to add any depth or complexity to the game. It's still the same mindless race to the coin before the cop gets it and don't get hit by the cop simplicity. That's all there really is. So having a level editor in this game, especially one that moves this slowly, you know, this really doesn't add anything to the game. But let's go ahead and say, enter the level name. Me. Okay, so now if we go one player, there we go. Yeah, see, we don't die if we hit this level. We just can't go through it. Make sure that he can't go through it. So the cop... oh, no, I thought the cop ran through it, but he was on the right side of it. Okay. Okay, well, at least he's not bugging out and glitching through the wall that you create. So you gotta give it that. But again, guys, it's just race to the coin and get it before the cop does, and that's it. And also, I notice now that it's moving a lot slower because we have these obstacles that we've drawn in that wall. The game is moving a lot slower now. For whatever reason, I have no idea. But it's definitely moving slower than it was before. Yeah, it's just not fun, guys. This gets boring after 10 minutes, even, you know, with the level editor. So, things the developer can do, if the developer's listening, hopefully he is, because you're going to have to create a game that you enjoy playing yourself for more than an hour straight without being bored yourself. And again, I go back to asking the same old question I've asked a million times to the developer. Have you really honestly created a game that you enjoy playing yourself? And I mean for more than 20 minutes. Because if you can't even play your own game for 20 minutes without being bored out of your mind and wanting to go play another game that's more fun, how can you possibly expect somebody else to pay money and want to play your game? I mean, I think it's a more than fair question. But this is all there is to this game, guys. It's simply race to the randomly spawning coin, try to get it before the cop touches you, it's game over just like that. And then you have a score. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and quit here, guys. I want to make this video pretty short. There's really nothing left to say about this game. Adam Schmidt, you're going to have to be a little more creative to create a fun and compelling game to make it even worth the $2 price tag. And I I'm beyond words on your EULA. You're basically trying to have power over everything that is your game is absolutely absurd and ridiculous. So your game is a not recommend. It's way too simple. Doesn't deserve the $2 price tag, and it's just too simplistic. There's not enough depth to warrant. Uh, there's really not enough depth to warrant it even being on Steam, even for free. Even if it was free, the chances of anybody playing your game would be very slim. And at $2, the chances of anybody playing your game for more than 10 minutes and not refunding your game is even more slim. So yeah, this is just too simplistic. I wouldn't say it's garbage. It's definitely not a miss video or anything like that. But your EULA is laughable, and your game is just way too simplistic to warrant any kind of price tag. The biggest reason I made this video, guys, is because of this ridiculous EULA, and I wanted to go ahead and point that out, that I just think it's ridiculous that indie developers with simple games think they want to make a big EULA and have the power over you to say, hey, anything that I deem breaks my EULA, we don't have to write it here in the EULA, but if I deem that whatever you're doing breaks my EULA, I can basically terminate your contract and your ability to play. Utterly ridiculous, especially when somebody pays money for your game. You can't just go terminate it for any fucking reason you want. Absolutely absurd, but I would love to know what you guys think about this whole EULA bit and what you think about this game or whatever you want to say. Be sure and put it down in the comments below. I would love to know. This has been Zach29, and this is a refund and a not recommend for me. We'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care.